Hello everyone, and welcome back to Ars Nouveau. Today we've got a lot to do. Namely, we got ourselves a spell book, but we don't have many spells in it, and I actually want to upgrade the spell book as well if we can. So, let's go ahead and get started. So as we look at our scribes table here by right-clicking with the spell book, we have a lot of things that we can learn, which is awesome. We have a couple things I learned already: filter entity, conjure mage light. This one I did just because it was super cheap. I don't actually need it. But there's a few more I would like. In particular, right now would be really useful is conjure terrain, because one thing I don't have a whole lot of is dirt, and that'd be kind of handy to have, as well as just general building blocks. So you'll notice there's something there, which is an earth essence. Magical essence is created in an imbuement chamber. We don't have one of those, so let's go ahead and make one. Pretty simple recipe. If I can do it from memory, that'll be awesome. I probably can't though. Oh, I can. Awesome. Wasn't sure if it needed to rotate. Imbuement chamber. Let's go ahead and place this on, let's place a block, it doesn't really matter what. I like it being up in the air. There we go. We have ourselves an imbuement chamber. On its own, this is used for creating source gems, which we have a few of already from various chests that we've found. It's probably in my backpack because everything seems to be in here. Cool. We have 4 source gems. We can make these in here using either lapis or amethyst. Put it in here, wait a little bit, and they'll turn into one. We can automate that as well later on. But what we want right now, like I said, is the earth essence. So in order to do that, we actually need to make ourselves first some pedestals. Now I'm going to need 3 of these, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So, okay, cool. We can't do that yet because we need to have a couple more source gems so that we can make the source stone, which is pretty simple. It's just any sort of stone surrounding the source gem. So we're going to need a few of those. We're going to need the pedestals. We're going to need all of the items that we need to actually make the earth essence itself. So, I don't have any amethyst. I also don't have any lapis. Actually, I might have a little bit of lapis. Let's see. I feel like I was mining and I saw some, and I feel like I probably didn't actually break it. Appears to be the case. I've done a little bit of mining, got ourselves a little bit of lapis, as well as I found an amethyst geode not too far away, actually, basically just straight down from over there. What we're going to do is we're going to get this started. So you can use either blocks or shards of amethyst. Block of amethyst will get you a block of the source gems. Head source nearby. Oh yeah, it has new tooltips as well as information for how it's actually going along. Crafting progress, 4%. Cool. We're actually going to stop that crafting progress in a moment here because I want to make something, and that is not a chest, but a hopper. So real basic automation on this thing. Actually should have made 2 of these. A hopper in and a hopper out. You'll notice that when you place it down, it then sucks out the amethyst and breaks everything. But if we instead fill up the entire hopper, put you back in there, please. Nice, it does keep the crafting progress. Interesting. Once that's done, I will then take out one of these archwood planks, which will then put a source gem block there. And that means it won't take the amethyst anymore, it'll only take source gem blocks. So, that's pretty easy. Let's make ourselves another hopper. I have a little bit of iron left, I think I've got enough. And some chest as well, planks rather. You go here and turn you into a hopper. Cool. With that, this is basically just going to kind of work while we're not really paying attention to it for a while. Once it finishes its first one, like I said, I'll pull it out. And I'll just kind of convert the rest of them. Meanwhile, I'm going to go get some more amethyst. So we'll go ahead, take out a single plank, and it'll put the source gem there. So we're going to let that process for a while. It'll take a while to go through all of that, but that's okay. Well, unfortunately, this rabbit seems to have accidentally gotten out of its little protective enclosure over there, which is a real shame. Oh, I didn't even get a rabbit foot out of that. Oh well, let's go get some more. It also appears that we were visited by yet another fairy. So I'm gonna, yeah, I'll accept this. This is the tier 2 armor, so it looks like someone's already been to the Nether, which is something I'd like to do, but not going to do that today, at least not right now. Why are you... Does that have cursive binding? Of course it does. Yeah, I should probably look at things before I put them on. You're fine, right? Yeah, okay. We'll put you in there. The boots, we'll figure that out later. Right now I have 5 levels, which I would like to keep, because I need those for unlocking these here. So let's take a look. The main thing I wanted was the conjure terrain because that will get me dirt, which will get me a nice solid block I can put underneath here and start patching up a lot of these holes here and start actually getting a usable terrain here. So in order to do that, we need to get ourselves some source gems. And luckily we've got quite a few that are building up now. I threw some more blocks of amethyst in there. So let's go ahead and just keep processing off camera for a bit. But we have some things we can use to build now. So in order to craft the pedestals that we need for this, we need source stone. So source stone is a pretty simple recipe like I've mentioned before. It's just stone surrounded by, or stone surrounding a source gem. One thing that's worth noting though is if you look at this, it doesn't require just a regular stone there. I missed it. The regular vanilla stone. You can do that. You can take your cobblestone and smelt it up. But if you take a look at that, you'll notice that it also allows other things like diorite, which I honestly don't plan on using that much building. So I'm going to go ahead and turn all of this into source stone. We can always get more later, but 40 of those should be enough to get a few of these. I need at least 3, so I'm going to need another gold ingot, which I put somewhere. Let's turn these into that. There we go. And I think we should have enough to make 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, so our imbuement chamber here, I'm going to just kind of hijack that. We're going to put these right next to it. For now, the recipe is just going to be there's nothing in the items here, so it's going to keep making the source gems. But to make the earth essence that we need, we're going to be using the pedestals and imbuement chamber together. So let me grab the materials that I need for that. This is half done, so I'll let that one keep going, and I'll get some materials here. So of all the essences here, like I said, the earth essence we want first. So we need iron ingot, any sort of dirt, Minecraft dirt, and any sort of seed. So that's pretty simple. We've got a little bit of dirt now. 13, let's grab one of those. We need a seed, wheat seed works, and iron ingot, which I've got there. Perfect. Now I'm going to take out the rest of these. So once this one finishes, we can get working on the next part, which is going to be taking a source gem and plopping it in there instead. So meet you back in 25 seconds or so. Alright, and now that that is done, we can go ahead, place down the seeds, the iron, and the dirt, place it right there, and we'll place a source gem in here. So that's going to go ahead, it shouldn't be crafting a source gem block. Screenshot, and we will send that to Bailey. That should be just working. Okay, well, let's see what actually happens when that's done. One note while this is crafting is it does take a very long time if you're not using an extra source. So if I had a source jar with any source in it, I could place it next to it, and it would speed it up a whole lot. However, it would also take about 1/5 of the jar. So this takes a while, but you'll know it's working, A, because the indicator is actually updating, saying the crafting percent, but also the fact that it let me put a source gem in there to begin with. So I'm actually going to throw a few more in here. Let's add 4 more, sounds good. 11, yeah, sounds good. So the fact that it let me put it in there at all means that it is a valid recipe. If I was missing any of these items here, it would have not let me put it in there. It would just have a thing pop up saying, sorry, no recipes found. So the fact that it's letting me put it in here at all, it's working. You just gotta be patient. And good news, it did actually craft the right thing. So earth essence is in there. I'm actually not gonna take it out, I'm gonna put it in here. That way it'll continue crafting these for a little while. It doesn't actually consume any of the items in the pedestals here, so I don't need to refill those. Basically, it's just going to cost us gems and time. So while that's working, I'm going to be over here composting some wheat seeds, because, yeah, I need some more bone meal. And with our second earth essence in here, we can go ahead and take that out. Actually, you know, it doesn't even matter. I'm going to put it in here. You are going to try to steal from over here, and importantly, you're going to try to steal from the pedestal as well, which is going to interrupt this. That's a little annoying, but whatever, we'll just let it do it. So let's go in here, tier 1, we would like conjure terrain, press that, goes ahead and takes both the dirt, and I don't have a dirt on me of course, dirt please, go ahead and put you back. I'm kind of curious what would happen if I leave this here. It looks like the crafting progress does freeze if this happens, so good to know. Go ahead and put you back, you continue, okay, and let's go ahead and learn how to make some dirt. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a simple touch, make dirt, thank you, and with this I can go ahead and make dirt wherever I'd like. Doesn't seem too expensive either. Perfect. Currently, one of my main bottlenecks is gold. Everything needs gold. Everything in Ars Nouveau needs gold. Everything that I want to do needs gold. First diamond, woo! We don't have much gold. The good news is there's a fair amount of gold down here at the bottom of this mine shaft here, which I'll have that drop down further, but I reached down here and met up with this little cave. And I remember seeing a little bit of gold around here. It tends to be more common down below here. Let's not deal with you, please. Go away. Thank you. More diamonds. Woo. We have this cave here. I didn't have any torches on me when I first got down here, so I didn't really explore too much, but no more creepers, please. Okay, cool. Let's go over here. Let's mine a little bit of gold. Like I said, gold is the main thing that's holding us back right now. I need more gold for more imbuement chambers. There's something else I needed, and I don't remember what it was. Rituals. Yes, I need rituals. Need an enchanting apparatus. That needed a diamond as well. Yeah, just lots of very useful things in Ars Nouveau especially. So let's go ahead and mine a little bit here. I'm going to kind of clear out a little bit, try to maybe not really organize because it's random caves and stuff, but I'm going to go caving for a little bit and see if I can find anything valuable. Well, this is kind of fun. We're down here right at the ladder here. Broke into a big cave with a nice little skeleton. It's kind of cool. I like it. They do have a bunch of diamond ore in there, which is really handy. I still need some gold though. But there's a big cave here. Let's go ahead and see what we can find, besides the obvious skeletons I can see from their glowing bows. No gold, no gold, no gold. There's some gold. Perfect. Let's not light them up. Let's clear this out, and then we can actually kind of more explore and hopefully get some more resources. So one thing that just popped up at the bottom of my screen I want to draw attention to. Let me kill this one here and I'll be able to show it. Let's get some light so I can see what I'm doing. Where'd you go? That wildin disappeared. Okay, I guess I won't show you. We have a mod on here. Actually, there's another wildin up there. We have a mod on here that allows you to morph into other mobs, which is actually kind of tied into Ars Nouveau here with a morph glyph. So first you have to kill a thing, so let me, do that. Not you, skeleton. I already unlocked you. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And one more shot. Unlocked Wild and Hunter identity. I don't have the morph glyph unlocked yet. In fact, I'm not actually sure what tier it is. Morph. You are tier 2. Okay, so tier 2 takes a couple essences and some wild wings and stuff like that. Pretty simple to actually get once we get tier 2, but what it allows us to do is assume the identity of any other mob that we kill. That can also be passive mobs, hostile mobs, or friendly. There's actually plans on doing a Starbuncle run, so we're all going to morph into Starbuncles and run around for a video. Probably not on this channel. I think Bailey was going to do that. But yeah, that's kind of a fun thing. One thing is that they do give you various bonuses. So for instance, Starbuncles can run really fast, so might actually be pretty useful for traveling. I'm not sure what skeletons do. I think Wildin might glide. I can't remember. Depends on the wing or not. I don't actually know any of the abilities, but apparently it's kind of cool. So I realized as I've been going around that I've been fighting one thing this entire time, and that is, well, inventory space. It's empty now. Because I took 2 hours and organized everything. So built just a handful of chests here, 8 across. They're not all actually claimed yet, like this whole row I haven't claimed yet. Middle one's here. I think I've got some fish in here or something. But for the most part, it is at least a working system for me. This is a temporary, this is still my starter base. Like there's not even a building around here yet. But I did want to at least get something so I can actually progress, because yeah, fighting this is kind of painful. So this should make things quite a bit easier to organize things, and I can just kind of get to work and build things. So yeah, this took a little while, but it's definitely worth it. So in order to actually progress in here, we're going to need to build a few things. The first of those is the enchanting apparatus. This does cost a diamond. First diamond is going in here, but it's definitely going to be worth it. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a couple pedestals for this as well, which I think I've got some material for. Source gem. Let's turn a few of these into that. 1, 2, 3, 4, probably enough. go ahead. How many of these can I make? 2. 2 is not enough for anything useful. Let's go ahead and make those. But we can grab these for now. 3, 4. That would get us a source berry at least. Or not source berry, a source plant? Mage bloom, that's what they're called, yes. We also need a core. The arcane core. This is just some more source stone, more gold as always. Source gem, pretty easy. Let's go ahead and make one of you, please. Thank you. Also, I realized the thing that is holding me back from more pedestals is the gold nuggets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's grab 4 for now. That's the wrong thing. That's an enchanting apparatus. That's the wrong thing. Cool. I want this. Thank you. And that used my last source stone. Of course it did. Cool. Well, rip. Oh well. Let's grab some more of our random stone here. We're going to keep our andesite, actually. I guess, we will use andesite. Why not? We don't currently have create. We do plan on adding create, but we don't have it yet. It currently doesn't exist for 119.1, or 119, yeah, we're on 119.1. So let's grab a stack of those and make more of the pedestals and actually make a pedestal this time. That gets me 7. Really? I need 1 more. So I realized what the difficulty was there is when I hit R, R is the hotkey for sorting things. So when I'm trying to mouse over this and hit R, it was right there, but I hit R, and now this is no longer the pedestal, it's the apparatus. So yeah, hotkeys, that's cool. Anyway, we have 8 of these. I just need a couple more gold nuggets there. Let's go ahead and place this somewhere in a nice temporary location. I do plan on building actual buildings, don't worry. We're not there yet. So the actual arrangement of these is mostly irrelevant, to be honest. You can do it in a 3x3 grid type thing if you want. I don't want to do that though. It's kind of boring and I can't reach them all from one spot. What I like to do is place 2 here and like that. What this does is I can stand in one spot and I can reach everything, and it's just pretty handy. You can also, since there's space behind them, you can put hoppers into it for automation. This is a temporary setup, but it'll still work for us. And one of the first recipes you'll want to put in here is Mage Bloom. So this is just simply 4 of those and 1 seed in the middle into the apparatus, and it'll start working. We have sound effects now. Woo! So we're going to go ahead and make a couple more of these just because 1 is not going to be enough. Place that there. Apparently the sound follows me. Or maybe it's just really loud. A deafeningly loud magic effect. Sure. Why not? I'm going to go ahead and plant these over here. I don't actually need these per se right now. Like I said, someone had dropped me off some tier 2 robes. So normally what I'd do is do this and turn these into Mage Bloom fibers to get the actual, that's the wrong item. Thank you, 1, 2, 3, 4. To get the first robes. Well, we already kind of skipped that because someone gave us a gift. That's fine. But we are still going to need these later anyway for things like spell parchments. And another item that's going to be very useful for us is a stick. Specifically the Dominion Wand. This is not a caster's wand. It won't cast spells. What this does is it allows you to link things together. One of the things I want to do a lot in this season is using Starbuncles to handle a lot of my inventory. I plan on using either just regular chests like this, or we do have sophisticated storage at Sophisticated, which are basically just, I can get larger chests from this. It has the various sizes of iron, gold, diamond, etc. For the chests, as well as looks like shulkers, and they can have various upgrades as well for like stack size. But I believe I can use those, or if I can't use those, I can at least use a regular chest with Starbuncles to handle all my inventory. I do plan on using just regular storage, real storage, not like, we do have occultism as well, but I actually want to try out the Starbuncles for handling everything, and I mean everything, mostly because there's been one big change in Ars Nouveau. If I do this, type at Ars, there is something that is missing here, and that is, I can't even find it in here, it is the bookworm. The bookworm here, we can still get a bound script from it. It doesn't exist anymore. Basically, as it existed before, which was a kind of an automated caster, so you'd use it mostly for farming like this, but that's kind of the only thing that it did. The problem is, turrets do it better. We now have a new ritual that can harvest instead, and we decided to change the bookworm into being more of an inventory manager, actually. The idea is we have a whole kind of plan drafted up for how to organize things, but it's a book. Let's associate it with bookshelves. And so we figured we'd have it be something to track, manage, and move things around in your inventory system in your base to act as a full all-in-one inventory sorter, which is awesome. However, it doesn't exist yet. Yeah, I can't actually, there's no recipe for this. I can't do anything with it. It doesn't exist yet. So for now, we're going to just stick with this chest system, and we'll eventually get a bigger building over there for a proper library for our bookworms and starbuncles to run around in. And speaking of starbuncles, of course, we actually need to find a few of them. There's one that I remembered seeing over here. Hello there. Go ahead and you toss it on the ground. He'll realize you dropped it, picked it up for you, and go poof. Cool. They can drop, I think, between 1 and 3 shards. I think I've mostly only ever seen them do 1 and 2, but I feel like someone mentioned they could do up to 3. But we're gonna see if we can find anything around here. Is there a key I can press to make things show up on the map for what they are? I feel like there was a button I pressed earlier and that worked. If not, I'll just keep... Why is there a pickaxe? Cool, pickaxe. Yeah, we're gonna look around. You are not a starbuncle. I wish you were. I'll take the eggs though, thank you. Yeah, we're gonna look around. I want to get a few of these guys because I want to use a lot of them. And yeah, this is the only one I have. So I'm gonna come back when I've found a few of them, 12 of them maybe. We'll see. Alright, well, fun little adventure. We got ourselves 19 starbuncle shards, and we have ourselves a dog over here. I want to get a second dog just because it's fun to have a dog. But we can now make ourselves a starbuncle. And of course, you can't put it in here first. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the golden ingots. If you hit U on this, do the recipe. The recipe has changed from 118, so it's a bit more expensive. It's quite a bit more expensive, I guess. It used to be, I think, 5 gold nuggets and then some source gems, which are effectively free. Yeah, 4 gold ingots this time. So more expensive, but it's still useful. One thing that has been added is a really interesting mechanic that we didn't have before. Let me grab 1, 2, 3 of these, and we'll make ourselves a piece of paper. Paper surrounded by mage bloom fiber gets us a blank parchment. We'll get more of those later. Blank parchment plus a chest gets us an allow scroll. An allow scroll plus another chest gets us a mimic scroll. So something that is new is we can take our starbuncle, plop you down. Hello there. I have a name for you, but I don't have an anvil yet. What we can do is we can now apply a mimic scroll directly to the starbuncle. So let's grab our dominion wand, and we're going to say we want you to take from that one, and I want you to store over here, and it's going to be the entire wall. I'm actually curious if you'll reach this high. I kind of think you won't, but we'll at least find out. So if I go up here, grab... Why are saplings up here? Saplings don't go up here. Saplings go in this one. Okay, let's grab 1 poppy, and I want to see if you are able to reach up there. Okay, it's a little cheating if you go behind. Not quite. Interesting. Yeah, it's a little, your little arms can't reach that high. Okay, well, let's try, if we put a slab along here, like that, and I give you a way to get up to that slab, like that. Can you run around there? You gonna change your pathing, or you're still kind of stuck right there? How about if I do this? You reach up there now. Okay. That might work. Okay, let's try this again. So now you can definitely reach up there. This is the only one you're linked to so far. Put you in there. You should run back around to the side, please. Little squirrel. Okay, he picked it up. So he's now running around to this side. you should be able to read, really. Okay, let's try this again. Thank you. And put that back in place. Okay, this might work, it might not work, I'm not entirely sure. I'd prefer he just stayed in the front, but we'll see. Okay, I think the system's going to work. So I'm going to pick you up, bring you back over here. Carry On mod is one of the greatest mods ever. There we go, thank you. There's a visual bug right now where it says storing at 0 and taking from 0. Like I said, visual bug. But what we're going to do is we're going to right click you. We are going to bind you to every single one of these. So like I said, the new ability here is that you can apply the mimic scroll directly to it, and it will just automatically say anything that's in these chests already, it's going to put up there. So we did that one, got 3 left on this top row, and it'll take a little while to bind him to all of these, but basically this means without really much infrastructure besides 4 gold ingots and a bunch of chests, we now have fully sorted storage, which is pretty awesome. And of course, one problem with this system is you actually need to have one of everything in each chest. So ingot chest here, yeah, if you don't have that, then you aren't gonna really work. But let's just go ahead and put one of each of these in there. There we go. And if I put these in there, our little Starbuncle will go ahead and start working. Won't you? Go. There's stuff in here. Okay, so it's still not doing anything. I'm wondering if I were to filter you with another mimic scroll, are you going to maybe refresh? Maybe? No? Interesting. And of course, the Starbuncle shall be named Bailey. Thank you, Bailey. Well, while we're waiting on things to get fixed there, to have it actually update, we're going to go on a little adventure just north of here. On the map, I found this a while ago, and I guess by just north of here, it's quite a ways. Over here is a ruined portal, and the last time I was over there, it was actually turned into a regular portal. According to the seed, there's supposed to be one down here as well, however, it's right there, underwater. Okay. Well, either way, we're just going to go over here because this one is already lit, so we're going to go ahead and find out where it goes. So, quick detour before I do that is I want to get myself a diamond pickaxe. And the reason for that is because I'm going to need that going into the Nether here, however not in the regular way. I need an amplify spell here, which is just a single diamond pickaxe. There we go. To get a glyph of amplify. What that'll do is it'll allow me to break blocks that are harder, basically just obsidian. However, it'll also mean that I can get more damage out of my harm spell, because yeah, that's the thing that I need to do, especially if I'm going to be fighting blazes here, because I need that to get the next tier of spellbook. So we also are going to amplify our light spell. Save that one. Harm, we're going to add, let's do 2. We'll see how 2 feels as far as mana use, and we'll come back later if that turns out to not be enough. Additionally, that's really far away. I went all the way over there and came all the way back. It's quite a ways. So I think we're going to be better spent if we just go south of here and figure out what we've got for this little portal over here. It's not too far away. It's just underneath the water here if I can find it. It'll be really helpful to have one much closer. There it is over here. Okay. Yeah, and if anything, I can just, steal this obsidian and build a portal closer. I kind of like the idea of having an actual, planned area for the portal, though. At the moment, I don't really have anything planned out in the city itself, or lack of city, I guess, but we'll eventually fix that. So let's go ahead, let's add our amplify to this. In fact, let's add pickup on there as well, just 'cause it's a little bit easier to work with. And let's see what we've got. We might even look out and have a diamond block down here, or a gold block, which would be rather useful. Lots of iron, some more obsidian, perfect. We'll just grab everything and get out of here while we still can. And of course, one thing that's pretty useful is if you sit above one of these magma blocks here, you can actually breathe here. So let's get our lights going, and we can just kind of dig out our portal and see what we've got to work with. We might have enough to be able, if I take out the corners here, and with the ones that I have already, we should be able to just patch this one together. Yeah, I think we can. Right there and right there. Perfect. Do I have, I think in one of my backpacks here, I made 2 backpacks now. They're both upgraded, or they were going to be upgraded to iron. I thought I did that, apparently not. That's a little annoying. Let's stand on the water here. I think I do have a craft spell, and I might have enough iron on me. Let's see. You know what? I don't have enough iron because a stack of nuggets is only going to be 7. And I don't have a stack. Okay. Well, I am going to head back to base then and upgrade that because I was hoping to have a little bit more storage when I go into the nether. Alright, surround you with iron gets us an iron backpack, which is basically, we're now carrying around 2 double chests worth of storage, which I think should be plenty. And how did I, oh right, because I got another flint and steel from the chest. Cool. Back to there, and let's head into the nether. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can't light you directly with the water in here. Yep, cannot. So let's go ahead, let's walk right there. And if I fill this in with light sources, if it lets me, right click please. Oh, there we go. Just a little bit of lag. If we fill this whole thing in like so, then the center of that is going to be just an air bubble. I doubt we can light it right now. Yep, because now there's items in the way, of course. I'm going to block off all of this and just kind of see what I can do if I can get it to... if I switch you to a touch spell, I should be able to place it directly against other lights. There we go. Perfect. Let's go ahead, fill this whole area in. Let's put it in the right spot. There, there, there. And then we'll be able to break this area inside here and fill in our entire nether portal. There we go. Did that work? Yes, okay. So if we now land in here, this is just a regular air bubble now. Break these. And we should be able to just go right ahead and light our portal. Perfect. We need to go deeper. Ooh, excellent. Soul sand, which is just what I wanted, actually. I would like to have a... do we have a fortress anywhere nearby? We look like we have something over here. That's useful. Okay. By being in a soul sand valley, this is actually... if it's also... if the fortress itself is in the soul sand valley, that's going to be perfect for a wither skeleton farm. But importantly, also with soul sand, I can now make bubble columns pretty easily. So I'm going to grab a few of these guys. Let's get rid of amplify on that. Excuse me, you were not part of this. I was talking about soul sand, not skeletons. Thank you. Anyway, let's grab some soul sand. That'll be useful when we get some bubble columns going, especially because getting up from the mine takes forever. And let's see if we can find anything useful. If I were smarter, I would have gotten a leap spell before coming in here, though. Unfortunately, that is not the case. And finding a little bit of glowstone is always good. And there's some nether quartz right next to me, too. So I'm going to just kind of stock up on the materials that I'm going to be needing. We'll need you. I also need to get fortune going. Unfortunately, I don't have that yet. But my plan is basically, I'm just going to dig kind of this way until I get about over here. Just a straight tunnel if it'll let me. And we'll turn and see if we can get over to the actual fortress, which looks like it might be actually not too far away. Perfect. Can I just climb? That might be easier. Yeah, we'll just walk. And thanks to my Curse of Binding golden boots here, these guys are my friends. So that's pretty cool. At least until I mine some gold, but we'll try to avoid doing that. Let's go ahead and hop up here. Even the baby's going to be friendly. And is this a fortress? What is this? We have a couple mods here that add various things. I'm not quite sure. It's not a fortress. Maybe there's still blazes, or are you all just piglins? Ideally, there's no brutes here. If there is, then this is going to go south really quickly. Interesting. It's like a... because there's some more allays there. A lot of allays, actually. Well, let's explore. Maybe there's a chest or something useful up here. Nope. Literally a second after I cut off that last clip. Yeah, it turns out there is at least one piglin brute here. So, that's fun. I should point out that the piglin there, that was just a single shot to kill me. Yeah, it was just instant death. So that was fun. Let's grab a bucket, because if there's one thing that Pixel Rift's survival guide has taught me, it's that the best way to deal with a piglin brute is by simply pouring lava on its head. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do that. Well, with the help of Mr. Frosty Tacos here, I think we should be able to get our stuff back without too much of a problem here. didn't go too far this way, just kind of up here. And ideally we can just get our stuff back. And just like that, Frosty Tacos has declared the area clear. So let's go ahead and grab our stuff back. Which should be right up here. Thank you. Let's go ahead, grab that. We have our spellbook back, which is very helpful. Thank you, sir. Or madam, I'm not actually sure because I haven't actually seen you before. Hi! So, looks like there's no grilled pork chops. I'll take those. That's a fair few of those. Let's take that. You know what? It just put my Curse of Binding boots back on. Ah! Whatever. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab the rest of this stuff here as well. Why does that seem like it takes up more space? You know, throw everything in here because I don't actually need any of that. Cool. Well, we've got a little bit more gold. That's always helpful. I think we're down to our last ingot already. Does not last long enough. But I'm going to keep exploring and see if I can find myself a fortress. Is that a lava or is that just a pillar? I'm going to see if we can find a fortress because I need some blazes. Oh, even if this isn't a fortress, though, it does have some nether wart, which will be very useful to have. Let's go ahead and break that. Apparently I can't harvest it on right click, but that's okay. You know what? I'm going to replant this just in case I die again, because I probably will. Let's go find a fortress. Okay, let's see what this is. I'm not entirely sure. I saw it on the map there. So far we've got skeletons. I don't see anything else so far. So let's take a look around. Maybe there's something useful. I don't see any chests here either, unfortunately. I feel like the wither is, you know, ominous. Let's see. Anything at all? Some gilded blackstone's kind of cool, I guess, but not immediately useful to me. Here's a chest. I didn't see any piglins around, so I should be safe to open this. We'll take some gold. I do need some coal, actually. Bastion Remnant map. You know, I'll take that. Don't know what it is. Let's try to not burn ourselves on the magma. Anything else? We'll see. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have time to be able to go through the Nether much today. I would love to, but I simply don't have the time. What I'd like to get for being able to do that is get the Leap spell. This needs an Air Essence and 3 Wilden Wings. Unfortunately, we only have, well, this one. It's currently making Air Essence. We don't have, I think we have one more, which isn't really going to be too helpful. So what we can do instead, though, is get ourselves a tablet of Summon Wilden. This is used for making the Wilden Chimera. However, if you don't modify it, then it will just summon a whole bunch of regular Wilden. Doesn't really matter which ones, so I think we can grab 3 of these. We need a little bit of lapis for this as well. It's over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Grab that because I need 1 block. And that is, I think, everything we need. Oh, we need a, was that vexing log? I should have some of those. Just 1. Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and make ourselves a tablet of Summon Wilden. And we're going to do that with the horns there. Doesn't really matter what you use, it'll just summon a bunch of them. And I'm thinking we're going to do this during the day, so I only have 1 group of enemies to fight. And I think we're going to just do this kind of right here. It doesn't take a whole lot of room for this. I just need to hopefully survive. We've got those. You know, let's get a couple of these Mendosteens as well. I think they last for a minute, which should be useful enough for us. Plant you. There we go. And I think it should be pretty straightforward. So I believe we'll get just about every type of Wilden from this, but we should get enough to at least be able to make another tablet in case we need it. So we'll put that there. Now normally if you wanted the Chimera, you would press Q to toss the different items on here, but right now the problem is we actually need more items. So we'll just right click regularly. And we'll have a bit of a fight here. Let's just kind of kill you. And you. And ideally not die ourselves. Let's move backwards here. Dogs, you can go away. Let's go ahead and actually eat the thing that we meant to eat. And eat another of these. So that should help us to heal a bit faster. Unfortunately, that actually didn't work in our favor. We only got 2 horns out of that. Yeah, we definitely need to do that with looting. I've got looting on this golden sword, but that'll last like 3 more hits. So that's not too helpful. Do I have enough I can do another of those? So let's try this again. Trying to get the last hit in with a looting sword I think will be the most useful here. You guys have a lot of health. One more. Didn't want to kill you. And crit. Or I'll just die. That'll work too. Okay, well we've got at least 2 wings, which is really what we were after here. Let's get you 2 from you. Perfect. And you know, let's not give you our sword. Let's soften you up a little bit first. And there we go. 4. Perfect. That gets us enough to at least summon another one, but we have 2 wings there, and I've got 1 more in here, which means we have enough to make our air essence and our leap spell. That's what we were trying to get. One thing that can help us is we got an anvil earlier. Let's go ahead and combine our looting and our sharpness. There we go. So that'll repair it and should help us get a little bit more out of it. Okay, well, after doing a couple more of those rituals, we finally have ourselves enough of the Wilden Wings. We can go ahead and make this leap spell, which will hopefully be very useful. That did steal an air essence from over there, and apparently a Wilden Wing. That's the thing to keep in mind, is this can pull from nearby inventories. I think it's like 6 block or something. Let's just throw these on here, and then we can put you back. There we go. Yeah, that can be annoying. I'll definitely have a better place in the future for this, for unlocking more glyphs, but for now, everything's just kind of spread out wherever it is. And we can now go in here, and we can go with a self leap, and I'm going to add an amplify to this. It'll hopefully help a little bit. We don't have bounce yet. We don't have slow fall, so basically we just have to kind of aim for water. But this should help for getting around things a little bit easier, as long as we can, you know, land in such a way that we don't splat against the ground. One thing that can kind of help for that is, as you are approaching the ground, to leap again. I'll see if I can do it and survive here. Basically what happens is when you right click there, it basically resets your fall distance. So instead of falling from way up there, I was falling from, you know, only about this high, and only took 3 hearts of damage. So that's something to keep in mind for early game here, especially when I go into the Nether later. Like, I can go all the way up to the cloud level probably. I might be able to survive this, we'll see. If not, I'm nearby. Yeah, so I don't have feather falling. My gold boots did break. We don't have feather falling, but we can still basically get away with it if you just time it right. So I think we're going to call this for an episode right now. It's getting a little long. We don't have time to go through the Nether and get all our tier 2 stuff yet. So we're going to cut it here, and I think the first thing we do next episode is hopefully I'll have found another fortress in between, and we can go explore that, get some blaze rods, and upgrade this spellbook to the next level. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.